Hello everyone, how's it going? Andy Romes here, coming at you with another session of Metaphor ReFantazio. Let's get to it. Alright. Oh, I saved here. Alright. The last time we left the session off is that Maria got up and for some reason left the inn. So we are about to go search for her. All right, let's go. Do, 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 do.
All right then.
All right, Maria, where you at? Oh wait, I actually have people that I can talk with again. I forgot.
Whatever.
Maria, oh, you mean the kid? Yeah, I saw her earlier. Really, where was she headed? The stairs north of Sunshade Row. You know, by the general store? Didn't look to be running an errand though. General store? Okay, we might be able to find somebody there. Cool. Cool. Please look after Maria. You have my thanks. We will try our best.
Fancy a bit of info?
What is it that you want to know?
What in the blood?
I can't get a single day. I can't get through a single day without a drink. We've been dealt a shite hand in life, haven't we? In other parts of town, they can't shut up about Luis or the king, so let me ask you, even if a proper upstanding bloke takes the crown, is this gonna fill my empty pockets? No way in hell, I say. People all got their ideas about what the country ought to be like, but at the end of the day, they'll never remember outcasts like us. Huh. Sorry. Heard from Fabienne. What's this about Maria being gone? First I've heard she's been holding herself up in her room, and now this. You know, none of the regulars would complain if she closed up, given the circumstances. Sorry, if you came here in search of a meal, I feel bad.
What?
It's fine for now. Okay. Sorry about that. I'm trying to get the right distance going on with this mic currently. That probably didn't sound good. I'm sorry.
Ridiculous. Oh, I'm in it now. What's it now?
Seems the trouble at the Grand Cathedral's been settled. I heard from a soldier I know that apparently. That knows that apparently. That I know apparently. They saw folks controlling a mysterious magic without using igniters. Quite an intriguing tale. You want to see? That's just a rumor, right? Ho ho ho. You find no fault in thinking so, young man. In today's world, magic and igniters go hand in hand. When I served, I heard plenty of stories about the Annex War. Granted, igniters at the time weren't as developed as they are now. I remember one tale about a mage who could use real magic, even involve some secret ritual or what have you. I'd hoped to witness it at least once before I died, but seems slinking around the magic shop's the closest I'll get. Do you want to see real magic? I can show you real magic. I promise you. You'll enjoy.
Oh, I'm in it now.
The Executioner. The army apparently took care of the necromancer everyone's been talking about. He should have been judged here. That would have made everyone feel so much better. I wish I could have executed him. Yes, I am. Thank you. Fancy a wager on who will become the next king? I'm going all or nothing on Luis. It'll just end up being Forden, sorry, but this'll be easy money for me. The safe and boring pick, eh? I'm looking forward to the results. They don't know about the roamer.
Hey, mister.
I bet the next king's gonna punish the tribes. You better run away, El. Duh. They're gonna kill you. You're probably right. That's the sad part. How dare they mock me, every last one of them. Poxy, lousy, no good, rotten, son of a goddamn... If I had an igniter, I'd... I think I sold stuff before I ended last session. And I have up to 37. And I have up to 10k mag. If on a rainy day happens, I can sell all the mag for some pretty solid equipment and then get myself good equipment to possibly then farm a little bit for more skills. Getting skills is important, and depending on the skills you get could actually be more important than equipment, actually. Could be, not guaranteed. If you ask me what a warrior needs most is agility and luck. First is agility, not only to beat your enemy to the punch, but also for escaping when you need to. And luck, to put it bluntly, that's all that matters in the end. Cowards who lack courage, they don't go out honorably, tell you that. Even getting paid's well a matter of, getting paid well is a matter of luck, isn't it? Just a theory of mine, but feel free to take it to heart. Huh. I mean, not entirely wrong.
Hey, listen.
Not entirely wrong. Did I not listen to the chatter over there? Oh, I did.
Hey, listen. How to handle this? Sorry, but...
Hello.
Hey.
Say, we're looking for a little girl. Have you seen anyone like that around here? Oh, could it be that half-blood? If so, then yes, I did see her. She was muttering Papa and looking all sad. I saw her go through the back alley. Maria, could she have gone to the Grand Cathedral? Today's not Idols Day, right? Today's Waters Day. End of mourning period, Sanctus announcement.
How to handle this? How to handle this? You sound like a damn fool.
What's it all got to do with us anyway?
Okay.
I'm out of ideas.
Mom hasn't come back. Dad says she went somewhere far away. Oh. I asked who was gonna cook dinner and Dad started crying.
Just can't believe it's true.
That's actually kind of sad.
What is it? The only game in town. Stupendous.
Huh, serves you right, you damn nobles. That's what happens when you waste our tax money. Stop it. What are you gonna do if that Knight Commander hears you? Louise's faction has left, but the Grand Cathedral is in a horrible state. The non-human monsters are still there too. Closare. What do we even, where do we even start? I can't believe Louise would do something so terrible. I can. Sorry. I'm still trying to make this work well. It's hard. It's difficult, I'm sorry. Okay. Anyways. This should be fine. Let's see. There's so many conversations around me. They say anyone can be king, but everyone knows it'll ultimately come down to Louise or Forden. It's hardly even a contest, as Santafex Forden will surely be crowned. Those stones are just another one of Louise's cruel tricks. No one wants Louise on the throne. The people support His Eminence Forden. Attitudes like yours are precisely what will give Louise a greater voice. I beg your pardon. Have you any idea how the poor feel? Your narrow minds will be your undoing. Louise is a fool, but he'll still be a beacon of hope for the city's outcasts. They both have their flaws, though I suppose you'd be hard-pressed to find anyone more promising. Tension seemed high. Doesn't it look like the faces of the rock haven't moved? Think it's just gonna be Santafex Forden in the end? If that were to happen, I'd feel bad for the previous king. Must have been loads of trouble putting the stone up too.
Hello there.
Do you know that little half-blood girl? You can't let a girl like that walk the streets alone. You're just asking for trouble. She just went inside. Wait, you let her pass? Why? The way her eyes looked. I'd not be the one to stop her now. She's been coming to pray for a while, no matter how many glare she gets.
Huh? Why?
What are you doing here?
Papa hasn't come home. And I always come here whenever I'm feeling lonely. One time he came here to get me. I remember because he called my name. But I pray. And he still doesn't come back. Maybe because the cathedral's broken?
Maria.
Miss Fabienne says Papa can't come home anymore. But I know Papa's gone away. He's gone somewhere I'll never see him again. Hasn't he? It's going to be so lonely. The loneliest it's ever been. But I have to be strong, don't I? But if it gets any lonelier, I don't know if I can do it.
I'm sorry. I promised we'd all come back together.
Red flag.
Why does everyone always leave? Mum was sick. The king and prince are gone. And now Papa? Why does everyone always leave? Is it my fault? I really did my best to be a good girl, but...
It's your fault.
That's not why.
He's right, Maria. It's not your fault at all.
Listen to me, all right? Your father, he was fighting a very bad man. We were with him, but we couldn't protect him. I'm sorry.
I remember Papa saying something like that. He said, a really bad man might be our king. Is that part of it?
It'll work out somehow. I'm sure of it.
I hope the next king is as nice as you. Then maybe things won't always be so sad.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their birth doesn't matter. The prince told me that once.
I think I understand the king's intentions now. Maybe this is the sort of tragedy he was trying to end. Maybe he wanted a world where the crown goes to one who acts like a king ought to. Not whoever's willing to spill the most blood to do it.
You may be right, but much as we wish it, this is not a fight that might be ended through words alone.
Even so, we have to try.
Even so.
Maria, you're safe. Oh, you had me worried sick.
I'm sorry for leaving on my own.
No, it's all right.
Miss Fabienne, I'm hungry.
Maria, yes, that's right. Let's all sit down for some supper together. Thank you for finding her.
It looks like she's worked things out.
She's a strong girl.
But we've more troubles ahead. How now do we resolve this curse upon His Highness?
If Luis is the curse's caster, we've got to kill him to dispel it. So how do we do that if he's shielded by the king himself?
I wish I could report back, but the prince is still asleep, and we're losing time. I don't think going back to the village is an option.
We cannot lose faith yet. There must be some further course we can pursue.
Well, there's the church's announcement. I expect they're trying to stop a wave of rival candidates from flooding the standings. I doubt the church would accept this popularity contest if they didn't already have a plan to game it.
True enough. I can only wonder at their aims. For today, we should content ourselves with rest and recovery.
Sorry, did I wake you? Laying here, I always end up caught in my own thoughts. Grius and Maria. The prince. Just thinking in circles again. Not good, is it?
Let's think about it together.
Keeping me company, are you? You really are a strange one. My kind of strange, if I'm honest. That book, is that the novel you're always carrying around? Feels like months ago now that I spotted you buried in it on the carriage ride to the fort.
Want to read
Want
it?
to read it?
If you don't mind, since we've finally some room to breathe. Oh, interesting. It's written through the lens of a fictional land. This bit's about the Utopia's security. In this world, there is no blood-stained contest for sovereignty. The people choose their sovereign from among themselves. One cannot put a sovereign to the sword to seize power. Such an act would be met with scorn and judged as murder. Taking power or wealth by force is seen as the most shameful of transgressions. Couldn't be further from reality, could it? We've a
I know,
king
right?
on the brink of seizing the throne right now. And this idea of competing for public support. Here it
Couldn't be
sounds so
further from
commonplace, but the
reality.
idea has thrown us all into chaos. Interesting. Perhaps I'm overthinking, but it sounds almost like the aim of the king's magic. You suppose there's some common inspiration? Still, I don't imagine this would turn out well in the real world. In public opinion, tribal perspective always divides us. Besides, does a decision made by the people guarantee it's right? Tribal squabbles aren't always political. Take us Clamars, for example. It can be hard for us to see outside the bubble of our own worldview. We're the majority, and the tribe of the royal bloodline besides. That privilege can make us insensitive. A problem with no easy solution, I fear. Lofty words. I can hardly come to terms with my own ideals. Still, the discussions helped clear my head a little. Thank you. I've been
No
so
problem,
fixated
Stroll.
on killing Luis, but maybe we could look into whether that's really the only way to lift the curse.
Sleep should come easier now. I think I'll give it another chance. Wait, how long have you been asleep?
A while, Stroll. A
Time
while.
marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Think I'm gonna stay up for you, Stroll? Yes, I would.
Ladies and gents, have you heard the news? The curtain's about to rise on the show of a lifetime. To choose our new ruler, we're going to give all of you a chance to take center stage in a show of power for the whole kingdom. And we call it the Tournament for the Throne. Our aspirants will set out on a grand tour of the three
Game of
Allied
Thrones?
nations' capitals, taking part in a variety of exciting trials.
Just
First,
use the
we have
damn name Game of
exhibition
Thrones. Oh
the
my
brave.
god.
Slay
Tournament
a
of the
monster plaguing our
Thrones.
fair people and bring its head to Oceania's capital in time. Biggest find takes the win. Official word is, this event's open to all. So what do you think, ladies and gents? Are you in it to watch or in it to win?
I'm in it to win it. Let's go. I'm in it to win it. Let's
Why
go.
call us so early in the morning? What is that journal?
Because we're going to
I have Fabienne
Oceania.
bring it up. Something occurred to me, so I asked her to go through Grius's personal effects.
Hey, looks like he was investigating the curse too.
There's a note here. Given the spell's complexity, it must have required a scribed formula.
You mean to suggest Luis possesses a written composition of the curse somewhere? And if we can find that...
Yes! I'd wager, even if we can't kill Luis, we might still have a shot at breaking the curse.
But that attack took place years ago, didn't it? This curse's formula could be lost for good.
We have little choice but to hope it's not. I'm not saying it will be easy. And the real trick will be finding it. We wouldn't leave it unprotected.
That reminds me. A crier for the church was handing these out.
A flyer for the Tournament for the Throne. This popularity contest is state-sponsored now. An interesting gamble for those politicians. I like the bit about all this being in the interest of fairness, those weasels. But saying it's being organized by the state. The throne's empty. This smells like the theocracy at work. Probably Forden himself.
Is
You think
Forden a
Fordon's
bad
looking
person?
to fix the competition in his favor? He's been in first place this whole time.
In the interest of fairness.
Curious.
Remember? If he wins a fair race,
Curious.
he gets legitimized, and Luis gets put on the back foot.
That bodes ill.
He hasn't spoken
Those
much,
with
so I
existing
haven't been
support
able to
could
form a
easily solidify
personality
that
of him
trend.
yet.
Even should His Highness wake, he may lose the throne.
If we don't hurry and find a way to get close to Luis, we're sunk. What are we supposed to do?
As an Elder, I'm an outcast in the city. I think that gives us an advantage here. We make Luis come to us.
We'll make Luis come to us.
How would we accomplish that? We're but strangers to him, and he gains nothing from it.
We get the people's
Couldn't
attention.
we get the people's attention somehow?
How do you mean?
If we make ourselves too obvious, we're likely to have an even harder time getting close to Luis.
I knew the first one was a correct answer, but it's like I'm kind of doing some build-up right now. Come on.
Let's enter this tournament for the throne.
Tournament power.
Huh? Hey, were you even listening to us? Besides, the prince isn't exactly in a position to take part in...
Wait. It sounds crazy, but I think he might be onto something there. This could be just the excuse we need to get close to Luis. He doesn't care about your tribe so long as you prove capable, yes? That's what Zorba was saying. Which means, even though the world looks down on you as an elder, having the power to kill humans puts you in his good graces.
You're going to make him a candidate for the throne?
If all we need to do is get Luis's attention, then that's sure to get the job done. If we're lucky, he might even try to recruit us.
I see. An undercover operation, is it? Quite a gambit. But it may well be our
That's
best
actually
chance of
smart.
finding this formula.
That's very smart.
Just hold on a second. Getting Luis's attention is all well and good. But remember who's actually risking their life here.
Infiltrating Luis's ranks will be dangerous. If I'm found out, I'll be good as
What do
dead.
you think? Having heard all this, do you want to enter the running?
I do.
Of course I do.
No hesitation at all.
Right.
I'm reminded of the words the prince spoke to me in our youth.
In my ideal world, people can believe in their future. Their
I like
birth
that.
doesn't matter. No matter who someone is, they deserve a fair country. If it's to help achieve that, I will stand for the prince as a candidate for the throne.
Sheesh. So much for being a guide. Now you're the one leading me around.
Your resolve has marked you a fine fit for the role. I have trusted you with my life before, and would gladly do so again.
Good heavens. Haven't you put yourself in enough danger? Listen
No.
to me. I don't want you going down the same path he did. Are you really this set on running off again?
Hell yeah. I have to carry on his legacy.
I have to carry on his legacy.
I see. Well, I'm sure he'd be glad to hear it. I'll be cheering for you in this mess of a competition. Truth be told, I wish I could do more than feed and shelter you.
What's the competition?
It's a big, grand race to see who will be the next king. The whole country will be watching.
So you're going to try and become king? Wow! Then I'll cheer for you as loud as I can.
Oh.
You have your first advocate, it seems.
Suppose you'll have to actually try for the throne now, eh? Your Majesty.
I'll never actually succeed. I hadn't thought of that.
That was the plan from the start.
That's the spirit.
Well, if we want Luis to notice you, we'll have to make quite a stir among the people. Maybe reaching for the throne will do it.
Does that mean you're not coming back?
No, we'll be back. Although we might be a
You said
while.
that the last time.
I don't like when it gets lonely,
You said that the last
but
time.
I'll be cheering for you. I hope you win the race. You'd be a good king.
We'll meet
We'll
again.
see each other again.
You better not forget.
Now, we'd best get registration out of the way, but we'll need some legs for the journey. It's mostly lawless wastes between cities.
Judging by this specified deadline, we're unlikely to reach the Principality of Oceana's capital in time on foot.
I bet all these fancy nobles have their own gauntlet runners to ride in.
A carriage might save our chances, if we could find one. Perhaps we split up for now. I'll leave you two to the registration. They should be taking entrance at the recruitment center.
This should be the place, right?
Excuse us, we're looking to join the tournament for the throne.
Aye? Bit young, ain't ya? And who's the kid? He with you?
I'm the one entering. I'm asking the questions here.
I'm the one entering.
You?
You,
Really?
and Elda.
I've not heard of any age restrictions. There a problem?
Well, I'd not have thought it, but you're an elder, ain't ya? And you want to be king. Well, the novelty of it might win you some looks.
Could you just do your job, please? Can he register or not?
Ah, an elder. Now that I think of it, weren't you in that pack of recruits that went off to the northern fort? Thought I heard they were all wiped out. What? We got a deserter turning up.
No, they said he'd just dragged the company down, so they left him at the capital. He, got on the captain's bad side.
Could swear I've seen you before, too. Well, hardly matters with no captain to verify it with. Go on, then. You can represent the lesser tribes so nobody complains.
That was a close one.
And, obviously, you're gonna need a carriage. Otherwise, the whole thing's off for you. Now, you're obligated to attend the opening ceremony tomorrow. It'll be at the plaza at the Grand Cathedral. Don't be late.
If
We'll
we
have to hope Hulkenberg
apply,
can find us a carriage.
As for us, I expect we should see about finding a monster to slay. If it's not impressive enough, Luis won't look twice at you.
so
postings over there. They should be
assassinations
offering
can't
bounties on
happen,
monsters the guard can't
but
handle.
monster
Let's take a
fights
look.
can?
Looks like everyone else had the same idea.
One of these bounties is bound to make me stand out.
But which? Bigger is probably better.
Hang on! There's nothing but small-time contracts here.
Are you lot here for this tournament then? Bit slow, I'm afraid. Most of my worthiest monster bills have already been snapped up by other competitors.
How about requests on anything aside from monsters? Bounties include criminals too, right?
I suppose I've got one of those, yeah.
Let's see. Ugh, he's horrible. Heisme. A villainous
I
kidnapper.
thought I heard that name.
Looks like the army's been trying to catch him for a while now.
This might just be perfect.
Whoa! You have any idea who that is? That man's an elite. An ex-royal knight, they say. He'd make short work of a scrawny little urchin. You can be sure of that. Besides,
Scrawny.
didn't you hear what it is they're actually looking
Scrawny.
for?
Oh, of course. It's about whoever can bring in the biggest monster head, right?
If you imbeciles can't even get that straight, you've no chance at winning. They want kingly types, not children play acting.
Stuck-up little... Is that the kind of competition we can expect?
He was right about the rules, though. What are you thinking?
Don't worry, I know what I'm doing.
We're supposed to get a monster's head. So why are you going for a criminal? Any idea what he's up to?
Maybe he has a big head.
Maybe he just wants to stop the criminal's evil deeds.
We've got more important things to worry about.
Don't worry, I'll explain everything later.
As long as you can convince Hulkenberg, I guess.
Ho there! Are you really taking the bounty on Heisme? You three must be heaven sent. Please, would you listen to our plight? Your pardon, gentlemen. I'm Barden, a guard captain for Matira, a town to the south. The bounty on Heisme is up at my behest.
A guard captain? This fellow's made some powerful enemies.
We can't afford lenience. On top of his past crimes, Heisme has stooped to abducting our wee ones. Our children. Selling them off, some say. If our city becomes known for nightly disappearances, what sane resident would stay? Community and trade will dwindle and die.
But he's just a lone kidnapper, right? Even if he's some infamous criminal, why can't the guard handle it?
That's the trouble. He makes his hideout somewhere too dangerous for our soldiers to tread. Deep in the territory of vicious giant worms. We've no idea how he manages to operate out there without getting devoured himself.
I see. Tricky problem indeed.
I'd no choice but to swallow my pride and post a bounty. Yet no matter how many times I renew the bill, none have taken it. A pitiful sight, isn't it? A soldier who can't protect his home, whether by strength or by surrender. Laugh if you must.
We want to help
We
you.
just want to help you.
You only cast away your honor in the name of protection. Nothing pitiful in that. Swallow your pride no more, man. We'll take your contract.
Thanks to you. That you'd accept such a perilous request, even with this tournament looming over everything. Closure. Thank you all, and thank God for bringing you to me. In that case, we shall meet in Matira, the old castle town. Please, make haste.
Well, no backing out of this now. You sure this is what we want?
Way I see it, if we want to make a big impact this late, it's going to take some creativity. Besides, this is apparently a knight-turned-kidnapper. The man can't be allowed to go on. What would His Royal Highness do in our place?
I guess that's fair.
I'll convince Hulkenberg. Somehow. You go on and accept the contract.
What a bunch of idiots. It's almost laughable. They think they have a shot at becoming king? What a bunch of jokers. No, that's the last game.
What in the blaze?
Think. A beatdown gauntlet runner like my dad's can't handle much. But if I really want to be king, I gotta go big and nab something that'll stand out at the exhibition. Oi, what's a whippersnapper like you doing here? Don't tell me. Are you actually thinking of participating in the tournament of the throne? Oh, the audacity of you. That's Rich, a mere fledgling with no history or experience to speak of. As king, the idea makes me sick to my stomach. The ideal leader of this country is a dignified man of great age, one with years of experience, and yet upstart school children like you and Louise dare to. The only thing that's older than his codger are his endless complaints. Let's just ignore him and head to the reception desk. I suppose he's a candidate too. To do indeed. If a guard captain is struggling with this bounty, then I say it's the perfect target for us. I don't think many would take it from under us. Take it out from under us. But you may as well grab the request besides. Make it official.
Look at that.
There are sure a lot of wanted posters. Almost all the requests are gone. The only one left worth taking is a bounty for Heisme, whatever that is. What does Stroll think we'd gain here? I guess let's take down Heisme one at. Let's take this Heisme one at the window.
Hello there.
There's only one requirement to register at the recruitment center. Be from Grand Trod. To be in the opening ceremony, you have to declare yourself a resident. Oceana and Montario have their own registries. Well, I suppose that keeps it fair and, hey, mind your own business, Elda. They hate me. Hey, would it be alright if we accepted the bounty contract for Heisme? Heisme? You sure you can handle that? We can't be liable if you get yourself killed out there. You're an odd one, alright. Either that or you're just green. Head to Martira. You can probably get more information there.
Let's focus.
The old Castletown kidnapper. I need to find and bring in Heisme, a notorious criminal tied to a series of kidnappings in Martira. Despite his bounty, he has evaded capture and his true identity remains a mystery. You can accept bounty. Powerful targets, but you'll be rewarded in kind. Bounty requests are added over time, so don't forget to check back. Alright. We got the bounty.
No registration issues, I trust?
No, indeed. And we found ourselves a perfect target.
Fine work.
Stroll.
See? She's convinced. Nothing to worry about. Don't worry about it. I'll prepare a map of the surrounding areas as well. But never mind that. Have you found us a kingly carriage?
Well, I have made some arrangements. How best to put it? The vessel itself is without peer. Supposedly, it will come to us on the day of the opening ceremony.
You don't sound too sure about that.
No, I'm certain. All I mean to say is, well, you shall soon see for yourself.
Well, under the circumstances, I'll take what we can get. And setting that up in a day. Not so bad having a knight on our side.
You needn't speak so. In truth, I've just resigned from the Knight's Order. Though 'tis only my bond of service I relinquish, not my title. We will shortly be seeking Luis's esteem. Should it come to light that I am a knight in active service, it may jeopardize our efforts.
Still, you didn't hesitate to leave.
Damn,
I can tell you're
trustworthy.
serious about this.
'Twas not an abrupt parting.
I like
I've come to doubt
Hulkenberg's
the
design
Order
though.
Since returning to find them serving the Santifex and not the royals. Those who refused the Church's rule were cast out for their defiance. I only hope those fallen knights found useful employ elsewhere.
Sounds like you've been through a lot too.
Well, in any case, we can focus on our bounty contract now. Let's make sure we get some proper rest tonight.
You think I'm gonna stay in?
Fancy a bit of...
Now then.
Our prep seems to be proceeding without issue. Well, apart from one massive overtuned uncertainty. Never mind. Forgive my mutterings. Just please do not be surprised no matter what we're presented with.
Hello?
I've decided I'm heading to Browhaven. It's much too boring to just spend my days at the inn. I'm going to see that so-called exhibition for myself. Goodbye, Elda. You do well to see the world too someday.
Don't push yourself too much.
Tomorrow you depart. Maria will assuredly miss you dearly, so please come back and say hello when you can, even if it's only every once in a while.
Hey.
I asked Fabienne for a map of Martira, and she gave me the one from Grius' personal effects. It covers all the main roads. We may have found one in town, but a military map always has more details. Fabienne continues to be our anchor. To pay her back, let's achieve our goals.
Well met, eh?
Hey, will you be staying in this inn for some time? I'd really like to, bud. So you like it here too. Then you're one of us. Well, whatever it is that you end up going... Is it raining? You end up going, be sure to come see Maria and Fabienne again. Not that it's really my concern, but those two seem to really like you a lot. Hell yeah. Well, I am presentable. Forcing me to rest? How dare.
Good night.
Rest well.
Can I come in?
Want to read some more?
Want to read some more?
Not today. You're all leaving tomorrow, right? I'll be cheering for you. So I just... Oh no. I promised Miss Fabienne I wouldn't cry.
It's all right. I won't tell her.
Papa was trying to stop a bad man, you said. And that's what you're all doing too, isn't it? Please come back home safe. I'll be waiting here as long as it takes.
It's a promise.
All right. Promise? The next time I see you again. Can you tell me more about the outside world?
This one's important.
Oh. Maria's waiting for us to return home and regale her with tales of the strange and distant places we visit. Curative Hakoni roast.
I never got a chance to say this to Papa. So, thank you. I'll go to bed now.
Captain, may I have a moment?
Good night.
I was hoping for a chance to speak before we set out. Since our meeting, I've done nothing but impose on you. Now, you risk your very life for this cause. 'Tis no easy burden. It pains me to see. When I think of how this may yet save His Highness, I lose sight of all else. Such disregard ill becomes me.
Oh.
You truly are devoted to him, aren't you?
I suppose I am at that. A guiding oath of 12 years is not easily cast aside. But that book, we met once before, on a carriage bound for the capital. Do you recall?
At the beginning of the game. When you got me thrown out.
Now that you mention it, I do.
My apologies. I thought only to minimize casualties, one way or another. So, 'tis a novel envisioning an ideal world. Curious to see a utopian novel these days. I'd thought them long since banned. You needn't worry. I've no intention of taking it from you. I've sometimes wondered why such books were forbidden. Rumors say the Sanctists objected to their contents. Yet I wonder, how could a simple book have possibly stung them so? Do you mind if I read a passage or two?
Stroll with the previous knight, Maria with one of the knights as well.
So it is a fiction
in the past,
written
and
as
now
a personal
Tolkienberg.
account. This chapter seems to concern the system by which the nation's leader is decided. In this country, one cannot become even a statesman, much less sovereign, without the consent of the people. Those who aspire to statecraft must first solemnly swear before the people what they will do in service of their country. Should they earn title but break their word, they are denounced and stripped of power. Such is the authority of the people. In this way, it is the people who are the land's true king. Quite the opposite of our own country. Now I see why our upper echelons would abolish such texts. Had our lands embraced such accountability, perhaps His Royal Highness would not have suffered such a fate. No. As a knight, it's not my place to say. I must clear my head of these fantasies. In the end, clinging to a dream will do me no good. Oh, I suppose 'tis not so bad to dream now and then. It takes power to walk the path of our dearest hopes. Perhaps that is the purpose of this newfound strength. My dearest dream 'tis to save His Highness, even at the cost of my life. Nothing more.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Who?
Judah!
Lady Judah!
Faraway sky, blue and clear. Echo my wish, so that all may hear. One and all born to this land, as here we stand. Let us greet the rising dawn, hand in hand. Faraway sky. Faraway sky so clear. Let my wish echo. Far beyond the
Damn.
Even I'm feeling the heat. Well, I suppose it's time to fan the flames.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome one and all to the inauguration of the Tournament for the Throne! For the first time, the crown is anyone's to claim, as long as the aspirants can complete 3 grueling challenges.
Wow, a Sanctus Crier! He's perfect for this!
Let's discuss the venues. We kick off in the west, in the Pearl of the Coast, the Principality of Oceania's harbour city capital, Port Brilehaven. There, they face their first challenge, the Exhibition of the Brave. Each contender must bring back the head of a monster, a mark of their prowess and courage. Next, our would-be monarchs head east. Upon the misty peaks, we arrive in the Principality of Montario's beautiful city of faith, Altaberry Heights. And finally, our heroes make their well-deserved return home to Grand Trad. But first, let's do introductions. It's time to meet those risking their lives for the crown. closest to the throne. I know him, you know him. It's Sanctism's one and only 78th Sanctifex, His Eminence, Forden!
Victory to Sanctifex Forden!
I claim no great ambition, nor any heated calls to action. All I wish is to restore order for our people and to safeguard our land from the threats beyond. This chaos we face is but one of God's many trials. Let us restore our kingdom's glory together!
Moving right along, we come next to His Eminence's champion, the very spear in his hand, the warrior monk captain of the Crown Theocracy, Master Guido!
I come before you only in loyal service of His Eminence. I relinquish the throne to him gladly. But those who would seize the crown by force, I will teach you to fear God and to fear me!
So much for this being a fair competition. How many horses do the Sanctists have in this race? Still, it's not over by far. The Luis supporters won't take this lying down.
What cowardice, Friar! Where's Count Louise?
Right, all right, settle down. At this time, I can report that Count Luis has not applied to enter the tournament.
What? He's not even entering?
Then what becomes of us? Our entire purpose in this race was to get closer to him.
Don't worry. He's definitely paying attention. He's only in second as it is, so we can't afford to ignore this whole production. Sit tight. I'm sure he'll make a move soon.
All right, all right. For those Count Luis supporters, you might want to meet our next entrant. A rising socialite, a man of ambition, godless and fearless, the brash young warrior serving Count Luis, Gladel, the Black Hound.
Him?
Oh my
so
god.
he was one of Luis's men.
The fallen king embraced Sanctism and all its holy tenets, and for what? He was nothing before Lord Luis. Look to the sky all you wish. No god can save you! What our country needs is power!
Well, it's not quite all the contenders, but let's get on with the introductions. The great liberal merchant, it's Roger Ward. By war, by conquest, by right, it's Rudolph Krauss. In it more for the gauntlet runners than the throne, it's Lena Caden. Sure to be popular by pledging free drinks for life, it's Loveless O'Shea. Uplifting the beautiful and deposing the hideous, it's Milo Maurizio.
Wow, if we lose this, I think the country has some even bigger problems.
You're not wrong, Gallica.
Now, I do believe we have one final candidate. Do we have an Elden boy present? Come on, let's see a face.
Doesn't even say my name.
What? An elder? Disgraceful. Is this the only way you could think to distinguish yourself?
I'll get you out of this country.
By the way, the ride you applied with still hasn't arrived. And,
of course.
If it doesn't show up by the time the noon bell rings, you're disqualified. All right?
Oh.
Hey!
Oh no.
What's going on?
That nitwit! What is he doing?
Who? Who?
So, contestants, are you ready?
Interesting.
What? Last, I say! Wait! Found you behave!
Wait, is that our ship?
It's quick! Wait, it's headed right for the...
It'll crack!
What the heck is that?
Wonderful. So much for a first impression.
What ho? Isn't he a marvel, chums?
You don't! You nearly brought down the cathedral!
Have a care, you fool. It was bad enough when Luis did it the first time.
That feckless, shameless old fool!
Not bad, kid. Guess you've got some interesting tricks up your sleeve after all.
Right! I'd call that a full roster. Ladies and gentlemen, race across the land. Go! Prove yourself worthy and earn your crown. For the people, for the throne. Let the games begin!
Woo!
We must take to the road.
Come on!
Reach for the sky.
So fast! Better hold on to something or I'll get blown up!
It's incredible!
Ended up standing out more than I expected. I've gained a lot of interest, but I only considered this part of my mission to aid the prince.
Just a sec.
Whoa, what's this thing? Our carriage?
Can you hear me?
Should I just run her along the main road then? The others seem to be doing as much. You're just as crazy as this runner. I'll take the compliment, little lady. Now let's see some coordinates for a little test run. What is happening right now?
See.
We want to go to a place called Martira, Old Castletown, I think. Should it be a way south? All right, so we're going to Martira.
Hold on.
Let us hurry.
I guess this is just like mandatory. Down to Martira. On this craft's legs, I say it'll be 4 days, 3 nights about. 4 days, 3 nights. That's a great deal faster than a carriage. And surely the roads will be a lot safer with that kind of speed. Bally good. Bally good. Now cinch those britches chops. Full steam ahead to Martira, Old Castletown.
This is amazing! I don't know a thing about gauntlet runners, but even I can tell this is a hell of a craft. I can
It is
hardly
special.
believe she's ours to drive.
You're telling me, lad? Feels like ages since I've been out on the open road. This girl's been waiting long enough for her time to shine.
So this is what you used to talk with the driver. Convenient, that. Look, old fellow, are you really on our side? You realize we don't have funds to pay you.
Money? Ha! I'm not in this for the money, boy. What I want is a little gusto. What do you think, lad? Isn't this a rush?
It's a hell of a
Isn't that
rush.
Like riding the wind.
He wasn't
That's
talking to
the
you.
Ticket. It's been so long since I've had a good chinwag.
Brilliant, isn't it?
Is it safe?
Is this really safe?
Fast enough to make you edge your waders, eh? I know. She's the quickest I've ever built. Where to, ladies? The world is our shellfish.
Oyster.
You certainly are
Oyster.
a different person behind the wheel.
Hey, Hulkenberg! Can we get an explanation yet?
That man is Neurus. An Ishkia, if 'twas not obvious from the wings. And despite everything, he was heir to a noble house and personal machinist for the royal family.
What?
He's a master engineer, of course, positively peerless. But as you can see, the runners get him a bit
Excitable.
excitable. Neurus? Are you there? I'm coming in. Even amidst all this commotion in town, I find you buried in your work.
Too much to do.
As always. To business, then. I must ask a favor. Would you be able to ready a carriage for me?
No new commissions. No time for them. Ask another right.
It is not a new one I require. Before His Highness disappeared, did you not accept a contract to build him a custom carriage? Without a formal owner, I reasoned that it must now lie unused. I was hoping I might borrow it a short while.
But, pish and tosh, woman. She is for
Pish
royal
tosh.
use and naught else.
'Tis an unreasonable request, I know. But I'd not be asking without a grave need. Might I at least see it?
I mean, well,
'Twas specially
Pish
made
tosh.
for His Highness, yes? Not a work you'd have sold off. Where lies it now?
I've deadlines to meet, dash it. Off with you now. Leave me be.
You've been acting stranger than usual. What ails you?
Whoa!
Good God.
Oh, this is prior when she was trying to get it in a recruit.
Is this a gauntlet runner? The very craft commissioned for His Highness the Prince?
Oh, so we got the Princess Gauntlet.
Still you toiled away. Oh, Muras, you are an inspiration. Such nobility of purpose.
Yes. Right.
However, for a craft meant for the royal family, it is rather excessive. isn't
How
it?
dare
Did
you?
Really build this vehicle exactly to their orders?
Oh, hell no. About that.
Cannot mean.
Oh, I can and I did.
First, certainly, I followed the blueprints exactly. But then His Highness died, and, well, I couldn't just let the old girl waste away. A masterpiece like her, collecting dust in storage? No! Unacceptable! Unthinkable!
I like him.
Working toward a dream. And this poor old girl is going to help me see it through. And then, finally...
You imbecile! A lowly, brazen court engineer, butchering His Highness's inheritance for a hobby! For this mania! You embezzled the royal treasury and disrespected his legacy! Treason!
Mercy, please! Look, take my head if you must, milady. But leave the value runner alone.
Look, this runner... Tis fully operational now, is it? Then I suggest you cooperate. For both our sakes. Finish your tinkering by tomorrow and bring it to the Grand Cathedral as soon as you can.
Eh? What's all this now? You play the proud soldier at me and then pluck it for your own schemes?
'Tis no scheme. I would use it for His Highness's sake.
For His Highness, eh? Hold a tick. Haven't you been looking for him? Wandering across God knows where, last I heard. So if you're back now and now you want a gauntlet runner for His Highness, is His Highness still alive? That's it. I've got you, haven't I?
'Twas His Highness who gave you refuge while you were only a heretical scholar condemned by the Sanctists. The time has come to repay his mercy.
Understood.
That was a fun scene.
Can this old duck really handle an undercover operation?
I know what you're thinking, but 'tis at least true that he feels an undying debt of gratitude to the royal family.
Pish and tosh, boy.
Pish tosh, pish tosh.
Not to brag, but this old duck's craft might be the fastest gauntlet runner in the kingdom. Why, probably the world. I think. Maybe.
How encouraging. All I want is to push this runner as far and as fast as she can go. Show her off to the world. And you? Well, I presume you'd rather work together than have to walk, eh?
I don't know about this, but I guess we'll just have to trust him. What do you think?
If we die, we die together.
Well, if we die, we all die together.
The boy's bold as brass.
Tis not an invitation, you dolt. Eyes on the road.
Either way, he knows the prince is alive, so we can't just leave him to his own devices. We're all in the same boat.
That was an amazing line delivered.
You lot can handle the fighting, and I'll handle all the driving.
Oh my god, I love Will. He's so good.
Or you've got a proper plan for all this mess now.
This guy's got no filter. But he has a point. We do need to talk strategy.
So, summing up. Our first trial is to slay a monster. We take its head as proof, then get it to the goal line before the deadline. The bigger the head, the better. Our destination is Port Royalhaven, the capital of the Western Principality of Oceania. It'd be a trek on foot, but this gauntlet runner should make it a snap.
So getting the bounty's head is our next move. And our target is a nefarious criminal who's been kidnapping and selling off children. Right?
A criminal? Did the task not specify a monster's head?
Don't worry, all part of the plan. We don't need to win this thing. We just need to get Luis's attention. Everyone's going to show up with monster heads, and we shake things up with a felon. A knight-turned-kidnapper at that. Shows
Technically, that is a monster.
But to deliberately violate the rules, we risk being disqualified entirely. Then again, 'tis just as likely to win the people's attention and thereby Luis's. I do understand.
It is smart of Stroll.
What do you think of this plan?
I trust all of you.
I trust all of you completely.
Good enough for me. A captain's got to trust his crew, after all. The bounty's Heisme, an ex-knight. I realize that's a little close to home, Hulkenberg, so if you'd rather hang back.
No. His title is precisely why I cannot let his atrocities stand. And yet, 'tis strange indeed that we are hunting a mere man when the trial demands a monster. Then again, our true aim is beyond the ambitions of any other aspirant. Our fate rests in this plan of yours, Stroll.
Thank you. I'll try to ensure your trust isn't misplaced.
Righto. Then our course is set. Feel free to use anything in the gauntlet runner. Even got a bathing room if you could use a wash.
Good to know. We can always look around more thoroughly later.
Yes. You needn't tire yourself out before we arrive.
Well, I'm a tinkerer and not much else. All my fighting happens in the old workshop. But I'll take you wherever you're going for your sake and mine. After all, the wilds out there are no berry picnic. Oh no. It's a den of wild beasts and savage scoundrels. And I'll not get past it without days on the road together. So, if you need anything besides a steady hand on the wheel, give me a hoot. Bound to find me in the cockpit or the engine room.
He's certainly an eccentric, but he doesn't seem like a bad person. We'll get used to him.
Oh, that was a YouTube subscriber. I got so confused. For the dude who subscribed to me on YouTube. Thank you very much. I forgot I had my YouTube account connected. The Gauntlet Runner has various areas for different activities, such as a strategy room, the lounge, and the kitchen. You can also visit Academia by visiting more and interacting with him. Let's visit the engine room first. You take your time, and yeah, have a look around on your way there.
Oh yeah?
I've never been in a Gauntlet Runner. Kind of want to see what their engine room looks like. Well, this is quite the Gauntlet Runner, though the driver makes me a little nervous. Round table. A map showing the destination.
Let's see.
I wonder where we're at right now.
Let's see. Let's see. And whoa.
The runner makes for a smooth ride, at least. eccentricities aside, he certainly earned his title as court engineer. That said, I'm more concerned with its unseen workings. I do hope he hasn't made any dubious additions. I hope he hasn't taken any creative liberties. Oh, I hope he's taken all the creative liberties, to be honest. A carriage can't begin to compete with a gauntlet runner's speed. I suppose they've earned their reputation. That I'm in constant fear of losing my lunch is far from ideal, but once I'm used to it, I'm sure the journey will be pleasant.
Incredible!
Wow, so this room's made for bathing? Can we just really hop in mid-ride and take a real bath? Now that I could get used to it. I call for a sip. Were you just going to stride up and strip nude? Where do you think you are? Unacceptable. Really? It's a bathing room. Oops, ought to mention, no running water yet. Working on it. Ugh, unacceptable. Do we get free food? Do we get free food? Do we get free food? Yo, mellow milk, fragrant spice. I wonder who brought them here. I could use them for cooking. Engine room.
Got it.
Yo, we can cook. We can cook. Shouldn't surprise me too much, but still. I should have bought way more meat. Oh, these beds are hilarious, but amazing. Oh, a little food. Oh, cute. I like this. Yo, I haven't saved in an hour. Hold up. We saving. We are 1906 to basically 2002. 2018. Oh my god, dude. We haven't even... I guess that's playing the game, but damn. Oh, more. Washing room. Washing machine. A machine that does laundry handmade by Nurse. Seems there's nothing in at the moment. Can we wash clothes? Do-doom, do-doom, do. Wonder what makes this thing run. First time in a gauntlet runner, eh? Whoa, that scared me. Looks like the pipe, looks like that pipe's in here too. Called a runner phone. There's one in every room. I believe I heard you speculating on the old girl's inner workings. Gauntlet runners use Mogla crystals as fuel to run, you see. Used to be, you take your life in your hands when you traveled the winds. Then, thanks to the greatest minds, a gauntlet runner was born. The runner's actual legs are based on a colossal beast, made for zero momentum loss, even on the roughest terrain. Among other things, I've modified this craft with a bit more zip and speed. Another step closer to my dream. What dream? Long story, my girl. Best told to a captive audience, with no plans for the next the next few days and nights. Never mind then. Maybe some other time. Anyway, still plenty about the old girl that works in progress. But by the time I'm done, she'll have some new tricks. You just watch. It'll be sunset before long, so start thinking about bedding down for the night. Can't run in the dark, and the old girl needs as much rest as we do. You will continue toward your destination while spending time on the Gauntlet Runner. Utilize its facilities to obtain items, raise abilities, or do other things you wouldn't be able to do in town. Try using the kitchen, reading books at the bookshelf, or using the washing machine. More activities will become available over time. You can spend time with your allies while traveling, which may help you improve your virtues. At the end of the day, the choice is yours. I don't like choice. It makes me scared. I say, you gave me a start there. Were you trying to get my attention? Well, terribly sorry, but I've got to focus on driving for now. Shake off the rust a bit. If you wanted to chat, best to find me in the evenings. What when? What? What? Do? What? And do? Do?
Come on.
The weird tool is actually a cleaning igniter that Nurse modified to create wind that collects dust. Pretty nifty. I know it's hard, but all the lift and bedding over Sure to strengthen your legs, huh? Hell no. Nurse desk. Nurse research desk. This must be where new inventions are born. Some unique items are lined up. Nurse's personal belongings, I think. Bag of cotton. There's a fluffy bag that's perfect for sitting on. If I sat on it, I don't think I'd be able to move. Pile of powder. We're gonna sniff it all up. I've never smelled this fragrance before. I can't tell whether it's used for food or for fuel.
Now, where was I?
Dun 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 ba bum 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 bum.
Hello.
Dun, 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 dun. 2250. We're gonna need it eventually, but is it something I want on will? And we also have... damn it. I wanted to trade the majority of the mag, though.
This power.
Do they have stronger versions? Oh. So we can get the knight, the healer, the seeker, and the warrior. Ooh, and the mage. The mage might be first, to be honest. Huh. I like that. Do 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 bum bum. Okay.
Here, kitty.
What a cute cat. Sorry, I'm not making fun of Gallica.
You'll come.
I was absolutely. All right. We're not gonna wash clothes. Not currently, anyways. Wait, what does washing clothes do? Defense? Max MP. Oh, interesting.
Speaking of,
Nurse said he got the kitchen up and running. If you're hungry, would you fancy a meal? I hardly consider myself a chef of any great skill, but Stroll said he wanted to try some of the recipes he learned at the Hush Honeybee. Are you okay, Stroll? Ugh, I feel drunk. Don't you vomit here.
Sorry.
I'll survive. I can handle the swaying of a carriage, but this, it's another beast. Seems I'll need to learn to endure it. Don't you vomit, Stroll. Watchtower. Oh, this is kind of sick. Seems like you have multiple rooms that you can actually come out of. Wonder what the reasoning is going to be for later. The cockpit's above there. Mind the rope, lad. Wouldn't want you going overboard. Perhaps I should stay away for now. Massive door. This door must lead to the end of the gauntlet runner. It's locked tightly to prevent accidental entry. Well, using the toilet's not going to waste time, but... 2025, baby!
All right.
I hope Gallica stayed out.
Right.
I feel refreshed after spending some time in the bathroom. quarters. Runner activities. Jeez, it could get kind of boring just riding like this, huh? I know they're a bit compact, but you know you could always use a bunk to take a nap. Nothing noteworthy today. Long journey, washing area. You have to wash your dishes properly, but being that water's a precious resource, that actually goes double. Use the Gauntlet Runner's cooking table to whip up some food for you and your allies. Eating prepared meals can grant your party various positive effects. To cook, you'll need ingredients, buy them, win them, or find them lying around. Try to experiment as much as possible. After you've made every dish at least once, you may learn how to create the ultimate culinary masterpiece. Let's go! There are some ingredients here. Maybe Nurse went shopping? Ooh. Oh. Mora, Coney, meat, Orgo, sugar. Whose handwriting is that? There are notes here about new potential recipes. Ooh. Well, I feel like we already know 2 of these. Oh, there's a lot. We'll do that in a bit. I'm looking around still. New World Travel Diary. This appears to be a fictional chronicle of a boy's journey in a fanciful place called the New World. I haven't started reading it yet. Seems like a book that will really expand mine. Want to read it together? Oh, neat. And what about courage, pride, and persuasion? This book outlines useful conversation techniques for convincing others. I haven't started it yet. Huh? Eloquence. Oh, interesting. It's Nura's personal collection of books. They're too technical for me to understand. Back deck. Cloth covered barrel. Beneath this cloth, there seems to be a big barrel. I wonder what it's used for. For the most part, I think I explored this entire place. Maybe not the deck? I want to fight you. I want to fight you. Fine. Oh. He's right there. The boy. Chilling and driving. I almost forgot how to get back in. I think we're gonna go get some good food.
What now?
I don't have enough. That's a cure-all, though.
So?
What now? now.
Do I need an item like that though currently? Not really. There is something else I'd like to focus on. What was it? Imagination and eloquence? I think our eloquence is a little bit higher than typical, so... Yeah, let's get our eloquence up.
What's that?
Apparently this book teaches you ways to ensure others will agree with you. The section's part of the basics. First impressions are vital when it comes to negotiations. Okay, I guess that's true enough. Lower the other person's guard by assuming a natural smile and humble demeanor. Then use flattery to probe for weak points.
What are you talking about?
Probe for weak points? Why? What was the book? Pride and Persuasion? Yeah. Probe for weak points in negotiation to gain the upper hand.
Sure.
So that you can gain the upper hand, perhaps? Oh, I see. It feels a bit underhanded, but I guess if you need things to go your way, that's how it has to be. I feel like paying close attention to the art of persuasion has increased my eloquence. Ooh, that was quite a lot. I'm surprised. I guess a bit of force can go a long way in helping negotiations go smoothly. There's still more of the book to read. Still more left in the book to read. I'll pick it up next time.
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon and the curtain of night falls over the land. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
Music. Establishing an encampment. At night, the vast wilderness outside town is ensconced in darkness. Forcing your way through the unmarked terrain is very dangerous, even with a stalwart Gauntlet Runner. Instead, establish camp somewhere safe. You can resume your travels the next morning. While at an encampment, you can use any of the facilities on the Gauntlet Runner like usual, but you can also reminisce about the journey with your allies. Give it a try. 3 days until we reach Tira. Our first time camping in the Gauntlet Runner. I'm kind of excited, but it'll be a long night, so why not spend some time relaxing with somebody?
Your thoughts?
Ho, how was that ride? Smooth as butter, luxurious as a palace, awe-inspiring tear-jerking. Absolutely. This runner's such a guilty pleasure, though credit where it's due. My tinkering certainly helped make her what she is. Though full disclosure, that's all thanks to a little mechanism I whipped together that keeps her legs from sinking into the dunes. Would I have to worry about the terrain if she could just fly? But that's a story for another day. Off you go. Better get your 40 winks. There are insects by the campfire. Oh, apparently you can eat these bugs. Well, according to Hulkenberg anyways. I should try and catch one. I caught one of the bugs gathered by the campfire. Wait, when it's my turn to cook, I should use it as an ingredient?
Hey.
Hey, are you looking for something to do? My weapons are as sharp as they're gonna get, so I'm not up to much. Care to keep me company for a while? By recalling the past and planning for the future with Stroll, maybe I can hone my imagination.
I see.
Oh, alright, that's fine. I didn't want to hang out with you anyways. Does Hulkenberg bring up my eloquence?
Well well met.
Well met, I don't suppose you're overburdened with free time as I am. I'm certainly no stranger to traveling, but I've no idea how to spend idle hours. If the idea appeals, might we talk a bit? Imagination. So both are imagination types. Huh. Let's talk with Hulkenberg. This power we've awoken to, all sorts of questions, but what I really find curious are these forms we take on. Each has their own unique aspect, but one bit they all have in common is their armor-like appearance. What do you make of that? It's bizarre. I've never seen armor like that. True, the designs do set them apart, but it was not their actual appearance I meant to ask about.
All right.
Hold up, hold up. No, hold up. No, no, no. Reset that, reset it, reset it, reset it, reset it, reset it, reset it. Oh my god.
The new king draws nearer.
Give me that instant reset button, my dude.
I knew.
You knew it. Give me that instant reset button, dude.
What now?
You know what? I'm gonna bring up my imagination.
Actually?
To be honest with you, I've realized something. There are so many things in this world which, very simply, I don't understand. There are so many things I've learned since we started traveling together. You've matured.
Now we're talking.
What?
What are you saying? Was I immature before? It's not like you knew anything about the world more than I did. Hey, Will. I know this time we're traveling for our mission, but if all goes well, I want to go on another journey where I'm free to do what I want. Sounds like fun.
Right.
Yes, let's. I don't know where we'd go, but I'm looking forward to it already. Of course, I want to contribute further to whatever you do in the future. I'll have to keep working hard. Well, can you think of anything I can do to help you out? Teach me more. I feel like I gave all the wrong answers.
All right.
No, this made me sad. This made me super sad. I feel like I could have given so many better answers. It's like I don't know my team members that well.
What now?
Do 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 don don don.
Actually?
There are so many things in this world which, very simply, I don't understand. There are so many new things I've learned since we've traveled. Same here.
That's right.
You relate, huh? There's so much one needs to see firsthand to comprehend. Hey, Will, I know this time you're traveling for our mission, but if all goes well, I want to go on another journey where I'm free to do what I want.
Right.
You're already helping me plenty.
What?
Aw, I'm really happy. Especially since I don't have to do anything more to keep you satisfied. This conversation kind of went off in a unique direction, huh? Let's keep reading the book for a bit. It describes a new world. If a place other than this really exists, I'd like to visit someday. I feel like my imagination has expanded after conjuring up various ideas together with Gallica.
All right.
Oh, so is it that, like, for this in specific, the imagination aspect for the book reading is going to bring up relationship with Gallica, maybe?
The Gauntlet Runner arrives at the desert camp as the scorching sun sinks below the horizon. Protected within the stalwart hull of the Gauntlet Runner, the party gains a short, peaceful respite.
Your thoughts?
I wouldn't go that far. Oh, come now, lad. Be honest, you'd be hard-pressed to find a runner that can cross the sands as swiftly as she can.
Yep.
Lumi B. I'm a B, 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 I'm a B.
What now?
Well met.
It's kind of scary. Indeed, the designs are rather intimidating. That may be fitting, I suppose. In my opinion, the armor encloses a raging force within us, allowing us to direct that power as one directs a horse by its reins. It is said people lose their magic because they refuse to comfort their fears and anxieties, forever unaware of that power lurking within them. Is that not what? Is that not then the very condition to awaken our slumbering power? Also, hence why it's so exhausting and why it cannot be maintained for long. The ravenous appetite I had afterwards is proof. We do well to practice diligence maintaining our food reserves. Hulkenberg and I talked about things to come. I feel like my imagination increased.
All right.
So, it's getting quite late, but we've ways to go yet. So I would very much like to continue chatting with you. Hulkenberg and I talked for a while.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Idol's Day. No, we're missing the deals. We're missing the deals.
Good morning.
Ugh. Top of the morning to you, my dear passengers. I trust that the sleeping quarters more than exceeded your expectations, eh?
True.
They were better than I'd feared, considering how tiny they are, but I've got a question of my own. Isn't the desert sand going to do a number on the runner? My boy, remember who maintains this rugged girl. Nary a grain of sand could fit between her seams, I assure you. Regardless, we'll be leaving these arid dunes behind tomorrow.
I knew it!
Wow, runners really are neat, aren't they? A carriage would never be able to get through the desert this fast, but just keep an eye on the road, okay, nurse? Martira in 2 days. Oh, courage.
Hey.
It's about to do maintenance on the weapons. If you got some time, why not join me? It's as refreshing for the mind as it is for our battles.
I see.
Yeah. I definitely want to do that. But let me check the pantry today.
What's this?
Mellow milk and fragrant spice. What's the matter, lad? Looking for chat? Afraid things might get bumpy if I take my eyes off the road. Maybe later, and then nobody wants to have to clean Stroll's barf off the deck again. Yes, best not tempt fate. I'll focus on driving for now. Poor Stroll. What do you have? Wisdom? Well, you've come at the perfect moment. I was just thinking I'd ponder some battle strategies over my game board. An abstract game of military tactics, you see. Care to indulge me in a round? Not right now. I definitely do want to increase my courage.
Hey.
Yep. I will. Alright, let's look at your blade then.
Got a moment?
You'll think I'm getting ahead of myself here, but after things settle down, I'd like to live without the sword. I admire the idea of a world where monsters and senseless violence doesn't exist, where nothing is taken by you, from you by others. That's why one day I want to restore my ruined hometown to its former glory, and not just mine, all the ruined hometowns.
Hey.
How about you? I shared my plan, so let's hear yours. What'll you do when the fight's over? I'd like to help you. Are you serious? I'm a bit relieved to hear that. Tell you the truth. I've got to get stronger. Even if the village gets rebuilt, it's all for naught if it's attacked by monsters again. I want to be strong enough to rid this country of monsters, not leave it to a spineless army and its incompetent generals. They only have the power to kill those who oppose them. They have no desire to protect their people, just like Louise. We'll fight for change.
Look at that.
I want to do something about that too.
Yeah.
I agree, but seeing the state of our country's army, I'm all the more glad you're our captain, truly. You've resolved to stand on the front line of our fight, so it's only right that you lead. Our fight, I say. I force my way into your mission.
Hey.
I envy you sometimes, you know? To act with such conviction. How does one become so bold? I do what I must.
Yeah.
I'm only doing what needs to be done, one step at a time.
Right.
Easier said than done. I get so fixated on the past, I lose sight of the present sometimes. You always look forward, and that's what I envy about you. All this to say I have faith in you. We've more battles ahead, and I'll be counting on you to get us through them. In the end, the king will be determined by what the people think of as justice. They're free to make their choices, but so is the one being chosen. I wonder who it'll end up being after all this.
All right.
Anyways, the sword's shining like new. Let's finish this up. Caring for my weapon has fortified my will to fight as well as increase my courage.
All right.
I spent some time with Stroll honing our weapons. Oh, we get mag for that. Oh yeah, we do. I forgot. Ahoy, break time, chums. There's something up ahead, so we'll be stopping there.
Coming now into view is the Tree of Prophecy, a
Oh?
resplendent tapestry of color against the backdrop of the bleak desert. One theory is that the tree's roots gorge on the land's magla, and still another is that it gorges on those enraptured by its colorful foliage, as though themselves snared by the bewitching magla surrounding the tree. The Gauntlet Runner comes to a stop at its base.
Interesting. Here we are. Shall we get closer? Wow, it's so pretty. It's not just the leaves. It's as though the whole area has been painted red.
Certainly.
This place calls to mind a picture book as I read as a child. It told of a great tree, located somewhere within the country, whose colors shifted to foretell unusual events in the times ahead. How exactly would a tree foretell the future? And how does a plant grow this huge in the middle of a forest or a desert? I'm not sure if this explains it, but I'm sensing an incredible amount of magla in the air here. If your hypothesis is correct, that would make this no mere tree, no sir, but a magical organism that feeds off of magla. As a matter of scientific research, I must document this discovery. Nurse pulled a sheet of paper and a brush from his pocket, and began to draw the landscape in front of him. Wow, Nurse, how did you get so good at drawing? Ah, my boy, meticulous documentation is the foundation of all good research. There you have it, I'm finished here. Take it as a keepsake. Wasn't it for research? I thought you needed this for research. All the pertinent information I need has been etched into my very mind. I can make do without the sketch itself. Wow. I received Nurse's research picture. This song is amazing. It's so serene and peaceful. Wow. I received Nurse's research picture. The drawing is intricately detailed and could accurately convey the full majesty of this place to a viewer who has never been here.
Hey there!
Hey, why don't we give that to Maria? I bet she'd love to see something from our journey, and we could tell her a story about this place. The next time we're in Grand Trod, I should give this drawing to Maria. Huh? A magical organism in the form of a tree. Say, aren't fairies in the same classification? Precisely, Gallica is a most precious treasure as well. I've been observing her very closely, which is giving me great insight into my own research into flight.
Huh?
Wait, what? You've been observing me this whole time? I don't recall you asking, so knock it off.
However,
turning our attention back to the tree, I've heard that it tints itself blue to herald the arrival of a favorable development. I wonder what manner of anomaly its current color portends. We took a brief detour, but I feel that seeing that rare sight has broadened my wisdom.
All right.
The Gauntlet Runner
I really did
arrives
like
in a
that
quiet
song.
clearing, concealed by
I really did.
boulders. As darkness reclaims the wilderness for itself, monsters run rampant in the wilds. To sleep here would be perilous, unless from within the safety of a Gauntlet Runner. The party, secure in their Gauntlet Runner, spends the night in peace, hidden from hungry gazes.
Rock Den Camp. I wonder what kind of place Martira is.
speaking of...
Excellent timing. I've just heard something that caught me rather by surprise. After our cart to Grand Trod was beset by bandits and you were thrown out, you walked the desert to reach the city. Such a vast, empty expanse. An easy land to get lost in, I'm sure. Well, I had Gallica.
Fair point.
Of course, you've no need to worry with her at your side. I suppose that's why she's been tasked with the role of messenger. Well, in the event that you ever find yourself lost in the wilds, let me offer my own advice. Search for the first star. That star moves to the west in the evening and to the east at night. Time and time again, it helped correct my path in my journey to find His Highness. Still, I must say, I did not expect to return to life. on the road. Twill be a long journey yet. Perhaps we'd better rest for while we can.
Hey.
Yes, give me a moment. I will come back for you, Stroll. Where is he? Is he in the engine room? You bastard. Oh, that you lad just in time, mind helping me out a bit. I was going to give the reactor an inspection, abstruse and convoluted as it is. Rest assured, a look won't do you any harm. Carefully inspecting the machine might hone my wisdom. Yeah, so you feel the reactor's tug on your heart too, eh? Then to business.
Spare a moment?
It all looks complex, I know, but any apparatus here is just a collection of smaller parts, and if those individual parts aren't cared for, the whole lot goes kaput. Which is why today we'll be oiling them. A vital business, keeps them from rusting and wearing down. Now, how much oil should I apply? Pour on the grease. Just coat the grooves? I used just enough to coat the grooves.
Oh.
That's the ticket, lad. Perfectly dolloped. That's the kind of work that'll get you into the machinery's good books. Looks like I did a good job. I feel like this detailed work has helped me improve my wisdom.
All right.
Now then.
That should do it for now. On to the next task. I spent some time with Nurse in the engine room, inspecting every nook and cranny. I'm sorry,
Time
Stroll.
marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Oh, anime scene.
Finally! We're out of the desert! Oh wow, I missed all this green!
Poor Stroll.
So bumpy. That'd be the change in terrain, lad.
See, you got to let the suspensions get used to hard ground instead of soft sand.
Must be nice to fly everywhere.
What the? Did we just crash?
Of course not. That's
a cannonade.
My star is rising! Ah!
Sanctism will reign!
It's them. Remember, from the
Oh, it
opening
wasn't even
ceremony.
on purpose.
I think one of them is Godot, Fortin's confidant, and the other is Luis's man, Gladel.
Prominent candidates. Shouldn't the king's magic petrify them for their aggression?
No, see where they're aiming. They're not shooting to kill, just to take out the opposing runner's legs.
It doesn't seem like they're trying to land a fatal shot, just aiming to break the opposing side's gauntlet runner.
stuck out in the wilds with no working runner. Whether they survive or not, they're dashed well out of the race.
So it is a clash to halt each other's advance. Damn fools couldn't resist a show of force.
Look, over by the legs. That crier is there too.
I see. Acting as witness to the higher candidate's conflict. It seems Gladel cannot match Godot's firepower.
Our plan hinges on winning Luis's favor. Can we afford to abandon Gladel if he's one of Luis's supporters?
That's our plan. If we just hang back and watch, Godot's gonna win. And Fortin gets a leg up on the competition.
I'd rather see how it plays out, but let's help out Gladel.
Let's give Gladel a hand here.
Good thinking. That way we could win Luis's regards.
Agreed. Let us ride to Gladel's aid.
I say, hold on. You realize you're a no-name candidate, eh? If he wants to shut you out, he'll not have to aim for just our legs.
It's a runner, isn't it? If things get too dicey, we'll just run. Didn't you say we had the fastest craft around?
Fine. Suppose there's no room for caution if we want the world's eyes on us.
Okay, then it's settled. Let's make sure he owes us big.
There should be an external runner phone out there.
We're here to help! Withdraw, Gladel! Who goes there? Why do you stand for Luis's forces? Well, sorry. Can't get into it now. That Cortland man. You're that commoner candidate who destroyed the Grand Cathedral! Was that not enough? You would profane the sacred a second time!
So be it. In God's name, be thou punished.
Godot and his monks have boarded the deck. Looks like he knows the magic won't shield us. He's aiming to kill us here and now.
You dare interfere in my fight! Know your place! Is it fame you seek? You thought by confronting me, you might lift your own names? Then you chose the wrong opponent.
I hate to interrupt, Old Egg, but it's a touch more complex than that.
We of the Crown Theocracy's monk army have silenced all who would oppose the eminence of God. Your petty ruses are beneath me. Now you shall know how powerless you truly are.
Remember, the king's magic means we cannot move to strike Godot himself.
Go for his followers first. We'll thin their numbers and turn the tide.
Go, my brethren! Put the fear of God into these impious commoners!
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
Seeker! Scour!
A noble's duty is to protect
Resistant. Weak.
Your resistance.
Good to note.
Don't forget about the petrification magic!
So they have weakness to... That's fine.
We're looking good here.
A noble...
There! I stand ready. Comrades, lend me your strength. Perhaps not this. To safer ground, I'll stay my blade.
Witness me, brethren!
Hold up. Maybe falling back by this power. Let me help.
My thanks. A noble's... There's no escape!
Observe the enemy.
Resistance is futile!
What could you hope to achieve?
Take this!
Oh, please!
I think this is the first fight I got into in around 2 hours. Wow.
We can't attack him. He's toying with us.
Forward! The next one's yours.
I shall fight as the noble... Give me your aid! Not the right move. There! Take this!
I stand ready. For all that we strive for! Not the... Into the fray! Come! Sever!
It's okay. I'll get some distance. I'm all prepared. Maybe there's a better time for some close combat. Falling back. Here.
Thank you.
You disgrace the sanctity.
No escape! I'm stepping back. I shall be as a shield.
What could you hope to achieve?
Here they come.
We're looking good here.
There!
This can't be.
Blade in hand! My blade cuts like the wind! Still standing, I
The
see.
freedom of a wanderer. By this power. No. Bracing!
It's too early.
There's no escape! Is everyone all right? I shall defend!
Let's go!
We don't have any type
More
of darkness
resilient than I
magic.
expected. I would lose nothing by conceding this fight. But the faithful are watching. For the sake of my dear brethren, I must hold nothing back.
Oh
Now,
no.
feel the righteous truth of sanctism engraved upon your flesh.
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my brother.
Ah. So either or did it matter?
Sanctism will reign.
Don't underestimate me!
Let's go. Better be. Let's set it up. Not this. The next one's yours.
Behold my power!
I stand ready.
Oh, it's a spear user.
They'll not break my defenses.
I will fight with pride. Forward!
Sanctism will reign!
Stroll's badly wounded. Can anyone heal him? Stroll!
Sanctism will reign!
What is that dude weak to?
Stroll's
Moving
not
to the
down.
front.
Can anyone get him back on his feet?
Come forth, royal soul! No.
Spear monk.
Don't forget about the petrification magic.
Scour!
A nobles, are you prepared?
155.
Perhaps not.
Looks like we can't brute force through this one.
All yours.
With blade in hand.
Hama? Doubtful.
Let's stay calm. Lend me your strength.
Ice?
Seeker! Better be sure. I'm all prepared. Let's try this.
Hit their weakness.
I shall fight as
That's
the
your
noble I
opening,
am.
Captain.
What are my options?
I have no one with ice magic on this team.
No. Seeker! Hold on.
They're weak to piercing attacks. Hit them
By
all
this
in
power.
one fell swoop.
No. Let's set it up. Not this. We'll do this together. No, this won't work.
Looks like we can't brute force
Looking
through
good
this
here.
one.
A noble's duty is to protect their people. There's no escape!
Witness me, brethren!
With blade in hand. No. Oh, power of heroes. Not this skill. Healer! I must to safer ground. Adjust the thing.
Mockingbird got them right in their
Okay.
weak spot.
Seeker! Hold on. Lend me your strength. Let's set it up.
I'm counting on you!
I'm applied.
My thanks. I shall fight as the noble I am.
There! Take this! Let's go! What could you hope to achieve?
Oh, please!
Take this!
It's not even a hard fight.
Dear God.
He knows we can't attack him. He's toying with us. They're weak to ice. Let's
Let
stop
justice
his
prevail. Not this one. Oh, power of heroes! To you!
Behold my power!
We can do this.
I owe you.
Know your place. I'll usher you to his side.
I strike with conviction!
Lend me your
Oh,
strength.
your sins.
The next one's yours.
There! Take this! What could you hope to achieve? Damn it!
Healer! Not now. I'll stay my blade.
Let's take time for some close combat. Come forth, royal soul.
Close your eyes. It's too early.
It's no
It can't be.
Oh, healing power.
Witness me, brethren!
I'll get some distance. I can take it.
I would look for the sick.
Does this mean he's getting serious?
Rise, my
Hang
brother!
in there.
Sanctism will reign!
Brace yourselves!
Here!
Hit their weak point.
To the rear, go join with me! Fab healer! Are you alright?
I knew you'd help.
helpful as ever.
Charging in. Let's set it up.
Let me help!
394.
Take this! Take this!
Stroll! They've sapped your defenses!
Go for it!
Allies, together! Come!
Healing us.
That helped.
I owe you.
Witness me, brethren!
Tis yours.
Still here?
Resistance is futile! Take this!
What? Only a flesh wound.
Take this! Sanctism will reign!
Please!
Stroll! They've sapped your defenses!
You first.
Comrade, lend me your strength.
Thanks.
My thanks.
Hulkenberg's
The freedom
guard
of
is
a
down.
wanderer. Lend me your strength.
Hold nothing back.
That should be it.
So, the faithful are broken before you, yet your desperate struggling is for naught. You cannot defy the inevitable. I am immune to all your wicked harms.
Oh, he gets to
Wicked.
do whatever he wants, and we can't even get near him!
Bend the knee and yield to the divine truth of sanctism. Now, are you prepared for the end?
Ah, I think not, you rotter!
What have you done to my gauntlet runner?
We've nothing to lose. At the very least, I can thrash your old clunker until it's inoperable.
This is a waste of my time. So be it. You'll face your divine punishment soon enough.
Phew. Finally, he took the hint. Hey, get down here. What are you playing at? You think I owe you now or something? I would have been fine without your meddling.
I wanted to help. Are you hurt?
Are you hurt? Of course I'm not hurt. Look, what are you after?
Why, Gladell, surely you can spare some manners for a crew that saved our lives? Honestly, that got a bit ugly for my liking.
She was the singer, right? The songstress?
Do my eyes deceive me? Juna the songstress in the flesh. What brings you all the way out here? A little tryst on the road, is it?
Nothing so saucy. I'm afraid this cad's just my chauffeur. Now please, darling, a little privacy, or I'll have to charge for an interview.
Fair enough, miss. Fair enough. Nothing you're not used to. But consider me chastened and shooed. Besides, I might have found another angle here that's just as promising.
Ooh.
You surprised me out there, love. You bested Godot. So you're not just a pretty face.
No.
You were more
I'm a
help than my
handsome
useless
face.
driver, at least.
Look here. However talented and famed a songstress she may be, you must remember to contain
Hulkenberg's a fan.
Songstress? Wait, is she the same Nydia lady who sang at the opening ceremony?
Aye, but that's... Oh, blast it all, I can't take it anymore. I'd know those suspensions
Oh,
anyway.
okay. It wasn't for Juna. That's funny.
Yes, those are quality parts.
I was
and no
expecting
mistake.
that.
Luis really
I should have, but I wasn't.
By the crown, you can't be serious! She is Juna! The kingdom's greatest singer! The dulcet diva! Oh, this is preposterous! Surely I can't be the only one starstruck? Really? No one else wants to shake her hand?
She got a cute side.
Then, on behalf of this group, I suppose it falls to me.
You're an interesting little ensemble.
Blue, yellow, and red.
Is that a fairy? A real living one? Where did you...
Hey, up there!
Oh my god.
An airborne gauntlet runner. He's actually finished it.
Luis.
Luis.
My lord, Luis. How kind to provide a personal escort.
So that's it. I thought it was strange that a candidate like Gladel got stuck playing someone's driver.
But she was still the Sanctist's pick for the opening ceremonies? Guess even Forden's camp has to bend to popular opinion.
My humblest apologies, my Lord Luis, for this travesty, especially when you had graced me with the privilege of bearing the lovely Lady Juna.
Glad to see Lady Juna's safe, at least.
I could have crushed that churchman like a bug. And I would have if these insolent fools hadn't.
I'm sure. Sorry, don't much care.
It would seem you had to clean up my associate's mess. I'd like to express my gratitude, but if I might ask, who are you?
Take a wild guess. I'm a candidate.
I'm just another candidate.
Indeed. Then we are both striving for the throne. One would think you commoners, but for the Lady Knight at your side. And you have a gauntlet runner. Most curious. What made you decide to enter the competition?
Looks like he's more interested than we anticipated. This might be our chance, so choose your words wisely, okay?
He's asking why I became a candidate. To help you, Count Luis.
I want to help you, Count Luis.
Oh? You fight in my name, do you?
Really now? So, you thought you'd step in for a little self-promotion?
We want to help anyone in need. That's what we believe in.
Anyone? Most interesting. However, my immediate needs are met in terms of swordhounds.
Oh, come now. Don't they have a certain charisma to them? Why? I dare say I saw them use magic without igniters.
Please, I know we can help you. We want nothing more than to see your vision realized, Lord Luis.
You do know what that vision is built on, don't you? If you would claim yourself my ally, then prove your power before all the kingdom's eyes. You can't change the world without power, after all. If you can manage that, I'll consider your proposal.
See you, loves.
Don't think this changes anything. Come on, Hector!
Is Juna gonna be an ally in the future, or is she actually gonna be an enemy? Glodell is absolutely gonna be an enemy.
Like a damn bird.
Right then, that could have gone worse. We were lucky we managed to connect with Luis this early.
No thanks to that Glodell. Even should we be accepted, he'll be no ally of ours.
Well, at the very least, Luis knows our faces. All we have to do now is avoid screwing it up.
He wants to see our power, does he? Then let's find Heisme, bring him to justice, and show the nation we're a force to be reckoned with.
As the chirping birds return to their nests and the darkness claims its dominion, the Gauntlet Runner at last arrives at its repose, a place grown thick with trees. Are the sounds from between the trees just the leaves being caressed by the wind? Or are they the whispers of the beguiling beings of the dark? The party never has to find out, for they are safe within the Gauntlet Runner.
I like the narrator.
Oh, damn it, blast!
Did you hear that?
It's over. The end of the road. So ends the life of the genius engineer.
Let's say we go check on him. Hey! Nurse, you okay?
No.
Oh, you two.
terribly sorry. It's nothing, really.
You seem troubled.
Is there something troubling you?
Ah, well, I suppose you could say that. It's just the runner, you see? She's in top shape, but I wanted to make her peerless. An absolute beauty, you know, top of her class. Something that would make even old Luis's runner look like a bally apple cart. I'd not be floundering so much if I just had a bit of spark.
A spark?
Yes, my girl. A spark of inspiration. A moment of epiphany, like when I saw the lost relic.
Lost relic? Doesn't ring a bell.
Ah, yes, context. They say that long, long ago, there was a civilization so highly advanced it was beyond all modern understanding. Automation ruled the day. People lived surrounded by machinery with no need to work. Legend has it that they lived lives of convenience and comfort, but somehow that civilization just up and disappeared. God only knows what happened to them.
Sounds kind of far-fetched already.
Hear me out, would you? The point is, once in a stretch, you hear about someone unearthing relics from those days of yore. Absolutely inscrutable to the layman, don't you know? But those in the know would recognize such a prize at a single glance.
Who'd you hear this from?
Who'd you hear this from?
Heard it, lad. I've seen it with my own eyes. You see, there was this old inventor in the neighborhood where I grew up, quite sharp, but a bit balmy. That old fellow only showed me his find once, but even seeing it lit a fire in me, like being struck by lightning. After that, it was like a boiling pot. Ideas, ideas, ideas rising to the surface. And my tinkering always came out marvelous. Some proper court engineer-worthy genius. Something about it utterly captured my imagination. The lost relic, I mean.
Wow. You could try getting him to show you again.
If only I could. That old fellow went back to his own hometown. That single solitary glimpse of the past was all I had. The old goat. He told me he'd leave me the relic in his will.
Okay, so where's this guy's hometown?
Oh, some tiny hamlet somewhere on the outskirts of Martira. A village by the name of Camiro or some such.
Yeah, we'll look into Camiro.
This one's important.
We left Nuris, who dissolved into doom and gloom again, and headed towards our narrow sleeping quarters in a gauntlet runner.
Time marches on, and the age of a new king draws nearer.
Dude, I like this game. But the amount of time that it takes to get from point A to point B via dialogue, some scenes take a little bit longer. Maybe like the context of the situation. Like, I don't know. I don't know how to really describe it. We just get to like certain points in this game and we're there for so long. And it's kind of like it's doing world building, and I get that. But my dude, 2 hours of barely any type of gameplay aspect at all? Like, I can't remember how Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 1 was when it came down to like how much downtime there was. But I did have a lot of playtime in my last 2 sessions or so, I want to say. So it's kind of 2 to 3 sessions, 2 to 3 parts. It's hard to say where like the game, like it, the back and forth between the game, right? I'll explain this more later. No, I'll explain it now. The back and forth between the game. What is getting me about this, right, is that like you have a long period of playtime and then like you hit a wall Then you have a long period of cutscenes, dialogue, world building, not a wall. Like, you just have these huge amount of sections where it doesn't break it up. So story narrative doesn't go into gameplay as much, but gameplay doesn't even and in reverse, gameplay doesn't really go into story narrative as much, which is an interesting thing to do, mainly because of how long it takes to get to see from like a cutscene to gameplay, a dialogue to gameplay. Like, nothing's intertwined. It feels separated. Like, and I thought it was a hard mode thing, like where it's like maybe my pacing was getting slowed down because I was playing on hard mode. But it feels like it's not that it's a hard mode thing. It's just the way that these games flow. I don't know how like the Persona games are in full, because I never completed Persona 4, Persona 5, Persona 3. I always played like the beginning of them, and for some reason I kept stopping. I'm continuing this one, and I don't think I'm going to be stopping anytime soon. I want to give this one its full go, but I don't know. There's just something like offbeat with this, where it's like, I enjoy the gameplay when I get into it. I enjoy the narrative when I get into it, but I wish it was more intertwined together rather than being completely separated from each other. That's how I feel it. That's how I feel like it's going currently. Anyways, back to game. So we'll arrive in Martira this evening then. Good. Soon we'll be liberated from this blasted shaking. Liberated? I do believe I take offense to that. The fairy girl's right, you know. A carriage could never keep up this pace. Some gratitude would be appreciated. Apologies, I am grateful. It's just hard to show it while I'm on the verge of losing your lunch. That, and I pray we can avoid further hindrances like yesterday's. Once we arrive in town, we're supposed to meet with Barden, right? I'm sure the sights will be distracting, but let's not keep the man waiting. Maybe it's my like kind of like
the capital and barreling southward,
me talking as well.
The party's gauntlet runner at last arrives in the old castle town, Artira, where their client Barden awaits. The towering castle's stark walls stare down coldly upon its visitors. The only question now is whether or not this gambit was the right move.
Ooh.
Tis far more desolate a place than I'd heard.
Not many people out. It's like everyone's afraid of something.
Ah, you're here. I've been hoping you'd show up soon.
I know it's been a while, but we pledged to help you. We'll not go back on our word.
Wait, how did he
Glad
get
to
here
hear it.
before us?
I'm sure Lady Joanna will also be pleased. Oh, your pardon. Lady Joanna rules this city. She's also a most holy sanctuaress of the Sanctus Church. She lives there, in Criganti Castle.
I take it the locals are hoping for His Eminence Forden to win the tournament.
Aye, naturally. No sane and righteous man would want Luis on the throne. Speaking of, I heard there was a scuffle on the road between two candidates' gauntlet runners. The criers say Forden's allies suffered the worst of it.
Ah, well, that's Luis's camp for you. I assume it was them, I mean. Some nasty characters at his heel, eh?
But surely all fights have casualties.
I suppose. There is truth in that.
Hey, read the room, will ya?
Captain, are you sure we can trust these strangers? These bounty boarders are always in it just for the money.
Looks like his officer's not on our side just yet.
Dinna be rude, Morris. They've come a long way for our sakes. Now, I'm sure you must be
he's Clemar.
knackered from the journey.
He hates
Let me show
Elvis.
you to it. You can try our local speciality, perhaps.
Ah, you've a local delicacy. 'Twould be a welcome treat.
You chaps go on. The old girl needs a bit of maintenance after carrying us so far.
Can't that wait until you've eaten?
Too much at stake, lad. Go on, don't worry, and I'll sort her out. Might well fix the bally waterworks while I'm at it.
Come, everyone. This way.
I would like to save.
Is this some kind of smoked dish?
Roasted larvae of the giant sandworm. It's Martira's culinary speciality. Cooked to a delicate finish, just enough to preserve all the natural juices and flavors of the innards.
Oh, good. Larval innards.
It's a unique texture, to be sure, but the taste is divine. Exquisite.
You're completely serious, aren't you?
Something the matter? Do try some of your own before it gets cold.
Looks great.
Looks great.
What is with that smile? Not you two.
The rich flavors are bursting in my mouth. It's surprisingly
You
good
fairly eat
tasting.
with gusto, young man. Passion worthy of a royal candidate. How was it? Sometimes the insides can twitch a bit, but it's harmless, I assure you.
Would that I had time to try more of your dishes, but... to business. Can you fill us in on the details of all these kidnappings?
Aye. Our wee ones have been going missing for at least 6 months. All told, we're looking at 15 children now unaccounted for.
And do you think this Heismay is your culprit?
I'm told he's a disgraced knight with nowhere else to turn. We've no proof, but the pieces fit. Seems to me that with nothing else to lose, he's gone rogue.
For a man who claimed a knight's honor to stoop to such horrors. 'Tis unacceptable. We must end this quickly, for our sake and his own.
If I recall the brief, it'll be quite a feat to even get near this Heismay. His hideout was in the midst of the sandworm's territory, yes?
Aye, well remembered. He certainly isn't going to make this easy for us.
So, is Heismay's hideout way out here? Looks pretty far from Martira. Let's see here.
Let's see.
Oh, and there's a... Let's... Here's where we are now.
Now that you mention it, I have to wonder how he can even survive out there.
We've been chasing any lead we have, but we can't figure it all out. We're in over our heads.
Let's work together to save this town.
We're awful grateful to have you. And don't worry, we'll pay you what you're due. After all, nobody else in the royal capital would give it a second glance.
We help anyone in need. That's why we've come this far.
Inspiring words, young man. Now, I hope you're not full yet. We've a whole spread of other dishes for you. Now this is the pride of the town. A
My
fine
God.
sweetmeat made from the juvenile sandworm's entrails. You'll find this tastes as sweet as any dessert. Together, I'm sure we can find a way to the stronghold without falling prey to those worms. Now, please, dig in.
Tis altogether different from the roast. Why, 'tis succulent as a mellow fruit. Another marvel.
You must have gotten used to eating anything you had to out in the wilds, eh?
I'll schedule a meeting with the Honourable Lady Joanna tomorrow. Please, rest your weary heads for today.
If they aren't here calling a free meal out of us, that is.
Now, let's go.
Oh my god, dude. Shut the hell up.
It's been a while.
Exactly.
We're gonna meet the lady of the town first thing in the morning, so get your beauty sleep. Yes, we're gonna get our beauty sleep after this long as hell sequence. It's fine, but they really needed to break it up a little bit more with some more gameplay. I don't know, dude. Like, I'm going to continue this game. I'm excited that we're finally in a new town and that we're gonna do some like some gameplay elements the next time we play.
What now?
But like, it took so long to transition, like all the way back to like actually getting to gameplay. It's so odd. Like it took about 2 hours for us to do that small little fight against Godot. And I'm like, that's interesting, but it's yeah, it'd be what it'd be. I'm not trying to complain. I'm just stating what's happened throughout this entire session because it does get a little frustrating seeing stuff like that. But next session, we should get into some more gameplay elements. We should probably go into a cool side dungeon, some main story elements that will be happening, and yeah, all of the above. Probably some cool narrative beats too. We'll see. But anyways, that's where I'm gonna end for today. I have to go to bed, so thank you all for whoever watches this session. Much appreciated, and we'll catch you dudes next time. Have a good one. Peace out. Bye.